Oh, that's so nice.
Custom-made furniture. Bit of a niche market now because
Yeah.
you've got all the big suppliers
Yeah.
who throw away furniture which lasts a few years if they're lucky. And then this stuff, people have it and they've got it for good.
Welcome to Stoke-on-Trent and to the third episode in my series, The Death of the High Street. So I've never been to Stoke before, but I've heard a lot about its struggling high street and its boarded up streets and its problem with drugs. So I'm going to cover all of that today. I'm hopefully going to explore all of that. But also, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I have a real interest in post-industrial towns. I have a real interest in places that once had a dominant industry, one big employer where most people worked. So I come from a generation of miners, so I've been to loads of mining towns, and where I live in Yorkshire, its history is the textile mills, so I'm surrounded by that. But Stoke-on-Trent has an industry that I know nothing about, and that's the pottery industry. So I'm mega excited to come here and explore that as well. But quickly, just before I get onto that, I've never seen this before, a closed down supermarket. Look at this. If you're from Stoke and you know what's going on with this old Sainsbury's, let me know. I have just seen across the road actually there's a massive Tesco's, so maybe that's taking all the competition. But in the first video I did on the Death of the High Street, I spoke about how the supermarkets are kind of taking everything away from the high street because they can offer it all at once. But even this one can't survive, even the supermarket can't survive. Anyway, back to what I was talking about, the pottery industry of Stoke. So yeah, Stoke had this giant employer, this one big industry that operated from here where most of the people in the town will have worked. It was world famous for its ceramics, this place. And when I was doing the research for this video, I was on the Levelling Up proposal and looking at the Visit Stoke website. And amongst other things, what I saw as the majority of stuff on there was this promotion of that old industry and how it's amazing to come here and learn about the industry that once operated in Stoke, the pottery industry. Now I'm kind of the perfect target audience for that because I love post-industrial areas. I love seeing places, how they've been affected once an area loses its dominant employer. And also, the first ever video I did as a wandering turnip was me exploring old mill chimneys of the old textile mills near where I live. Now Stoke's got a very unique kind of chimney. It's called a bottle oven kiln, and I'll put a picture up now so you know what I mean. But I'm mega excited because I really hope I can find some of them and just explore that side. So yeah, if what the website's saying, you can come to Stoke and learn all about this history, then it should appeal to me and I should find it because I'm mega interested in it. If it doesn't work for me, then it's going to be harder for other people who don't like chimneys as much as me. But yeah, let's have a wander anyway. Let's go look at the high street, hopefully speak to some locals and see if that Levelling Up proposal's working and if this city is selling its interest in history to someone who's interested. Already there, two premises that are left abandoned, left to let. So Stoke-on-Trent is made up of 6 towns, another boarded up one there, 6 towns that came together to make the city Stoke-on-Trent. So it's Burslem, Tunstall, Fenton, Hanley, Longton and Stoke. And I think it was at the turn of the 20th century that they came together and made the city of Stoke. And I'm in Hanley currently. This is Hanley where I am exploring. Another boarded up one here. Reminds me of Barrow, this, where they'd painted stuff over the boards to make it look a bit better. And it does look better. And there we go, I've only been here about 10-15 minutes and the first pub, the first abandoned pub, it's called the Jovial Foresters Inn. Just looking online here and it says that pub was up for sale in 2020 for £50,000. Well, there's not much information, but yeah, it was up for sale in 2020 for £50,000. Right, so it looks like we're on like the main strip now in Hanley. The main sort of area. Pedestrianised. What we got up here. So I'm seeing a fair bit of boarded up stuff, but what I'm also just seeing is stuff's just closed. A lot of stuff, the majority of this pedestrian street is just entirely closed. So Stoke actually received the largest allocated bit of funding from the Levelling Up scheme. It got 56 million from the Levelling Up scheme, and that's to be spread across a few different projects, which I'm going to check out today. I want to go see, there's like a square they've done up and something else. So we'll go have a look and see where that's been spent or being spent. But also it got about 30 million for a transport scheme as well, to make transport to and around the city a lot better. So there has been a load of money given to this place from the Levelling Up. Another big old boarded up one there. Looks like an old nightclub or something like that. It is so quiet here. But look at this, this is Hanley Town Hall. This is the Hanley Town Hall, and this building is now closed. What does it say? These services have moved into the Civic Centre in Stoke. But this big old building, look at this, for sale, redevelopment opportunity. Hanley Town Hall. Look at that great, grand building though. Such a beautiful building, such a shame it's just left empty. What? There's BBC Radio Stoke. This is cool, this is the face of Stoke, which is made up of loads of other people. Let's get a bit more information around this side about this. Oh, so it's created from 3,500 photographs to reveal the face of Joseph Clark. Joseph Clark? Cool. Here you've got all the future is loyalty. This is the stuff from the Stoke-on-Trent City Council bid. The future is environment. The future is quality. The future is localism, heritage, digital technology. And here we go. This was one of the bits that the Levelling Up Fund got. Etruscan, something, I don't know how you say that, Etruscan Square. Yeah, this place with the name I can't pronounce got 20 million from that Levelling Up Fund to do up. So let's have a look, let's see what's going on in there. See, since 2021 what's gone on. Let me have a quick look, read what it just said that Etruscan Square is a large city centre regeneration project. Will comprise of a 3,500 capacity arena, 250 residential units and 80,000 square feet of commercial square space and a hotel. All there. I hope I can see in somehow. They've got these big black fences all around because I can't actually see what's being done, what work's being done. But I mean, it doesn't sound like anyone's doing any work in there, and it doesn't look from the outside like anyone's doing any work in there. So £20 million well spent, who knows? I can't see round. Maybe if I stand on something. There we go, I just managed to get my camera up and over, but I can't see the footage, so I don't know what it looks like. So yeah, we'll see. Did it look like there was a hotel? Did it look like there was a 3,500 seat arena built there? We'll find out in the edit. Looks like more stuff here as well for the same thing. I'm kind of getting the feeling that Etruscan Square has had the 20 million, and what they've done is they've made a lovely fence. I'll give it to them. That's a solid fence, hard to get through, hard to even look through. But if someone paid me £20 million, I reckon I could build them a fence. Kind of need to do a little bit more than that if you want to help the city. We'll see, who knows. If you know anything about this, let me know. Do let me know. Check out this. City of Stoke-on-Trent, her head, which is from 1987. What do you think of that? Pretty cool. So Stoke-on-Trent is ranked 12th most deprived local authority out of 317. So yeah, it is up there with the most deprived. Big old boarded up shop there. Somewhere else. You know it's not good when even the vape shops have gone, not worth it, let's go. And I think here I'll be able to see more into that Estrucan Square. Someone needs to tell me how to pronounce that. Daft word, make it easier. So there we go, a clean look into what's been done with that levelling up money, which is, well, nothing. Pretty much nothing. They've levelled the land a bit, that's it. I'm sure there's time frames with this kind of stuff and plans for it to be done probably by like 2030 or whatever. But there's literally no one working on any of them bits. There's no one. Also, been here about an hour now and I've not seen, oh, is that M&S? So there's your closed M&S. And here, pretty much, maybe this was part of M&S. Oh no, maybe not. Look, just an entire row. Everything. Oh, BHS. British Home Stores there. British Home Stores gone. Nice cock and balls up there. Look at this, Frankie's bar here. Don't know when that shut down, I wonder when. But look at this, look what it says here. So yeah, look at this here. It says, government itself at length must fall to nature's state. Here all have right to all. Capitalism must fall. Look at all that on an abandoned bar right in the centre of Stoke. How fitting. In my last video I did in Barrow, there was a statue of Emlyn Hughes and I said I didn't have a clue who he was. And another one there, Stanley Matthews, no idea. I'm gonna let all you football fans down. No idea. So I was just about to say that I've been here, been wandering around for about an hour now, and I've seen nothing that would point me towards the history, the pottery history here. And then I just saw this up here, on the top of Debenhams, which is still open. So there we go, the first sign of what Visit Stoke and the levelling up stuff was saying about, oh, come here, you'll learn all about the pottery history. I've seen a picture saying the pottery centre with the shape of one of the old bottle kilns on there. I really hope we find some of them. So this bit here, this like pedestrianised bit, busy, it's got useful shops. What have you got? You've got Boots there, useful. Poundland, useful. Phone Village, where you can get your phone unlocked, useful. Greg's, very useful. Couple of banks. This bit's good. And yes, an open shoe zone. Always good to see. So I am seeing a lot of obvious drug use and the effects of drugs in the town. Now this isn't a unique thing to Stoke. It's everywhere. And the nearest city to me is Manchester, and if you go to Manchester Piccadilly Gardens, you see how bad this problem really is. And it's just people who, and I'm not going to film because I think that's just awful. I see a lot of stuff where people film people who are under the influence of, and I think there's a thing in Stoke called monkey dust, which is a really, really powerful synthetic drug that is really, really psychoactive and damaging. But imagine if you were in that state and then you've just got someone filming you and puts it online. Look, I'm sure you can imagine what I'm talking about when I say there's a lot of people who seem to be under the influence and maybe struggling with drugs. But yeah, it's just really, really sad. And I guess that all just comes down to, again, how the town is reacting to that problem, what services are there. The homeless people, is there options for them? Are they getting moved on? A row here that looked like nightclubs, all shut down. Another one here. It is bad. I've just seen this bit of graffiti that I love. Check this out. I call it graffiti, it's more of a scribble. Buy shares in Kleenex. Everyone is shitting themselves. Brian Mellor's fishing tackle shop. I bet that was mega. I bet that was well good. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm after. Look at these. These are the bottle chimneys. That's what I want to find. So there's our second clue that they do exist. I think I need to get out of Hanley and head to maybe one of the others. We'll see which one, or maybe ask someone and see which one we need to go to find them chimneys. And it looks like here we got some pictures of old Stoke, so I'll show you these. Woman there. There's your old high streets. Doing probably a lot better than they are today. Your Lido swimming area. Look how happy these fellas are. That's the sign of a booming economy. Smiles like that. And then your canals. Cool. So I've just come across this bit which I thought was empty, and then I went over and they're doing it up. Really lovely girl's doing it up, and she's turning it into a bookshop. So that'll be opening soon. It's called Drop City Books here, just near Piccadilly it's called. So yeah, Drop City Books, I love that. A bookshop coming back, this is what we want, small independent places. That's great for the city. She also did say it's Monday today, and she was like, a lot of these places up here would be open, but just on Mondays a lot of places close, so that's good to know as well. It's not all the time. That was really great chatting to her. She was saying that round here, the people are really trying, and there is loads of stuff coming about and people are doing stuff, so that's awesome to hear. And also, she pointed me in the direction of where I can find some chimneys. So let's go find some of them. I think I'm in the wrong area. I think I need to get to Longton. But yeah, hopefully we'll find some chimneys. Look at that. I love that there. Say that's used to be something which would have supplied goods to the train stations around Hanley. And that's got a big train painting all over it, which is a good way, another good way of covering the boarded up buildings. So I just started driving to this next part where the girl said, you'll find some chimneys, and I think I seen one. I didn't think you see it. Look, there it is. Can you see the base of it there? But it's inside the block of flats, like inside the courtyard, so it's totally inaccessible, I think. That's a shame. Don't sell me on the promise of chimneys and then not let me get to them. Come on, Stoke, I can see the tip of it there. There we go. That's the top of it there. Now that's not enough chimney to satisfy me. I'm gonna need more than that. So let's head down to this place that the girl told me about and hope we get some real chimney. I actually don't know where I am now in Stoke. Let me just find out where I am. So this is Longport, where I currently am. And there's an abandoned pub here. Look at this. Then across the road from the abandoned pub, we've got 3 more, maybe 4 more abandoned buildings there. So yeah, we got 1 empty building here. This is Longport. Something else here. And then look over here. One of the bottle chimneys in an abandoned warehouse, it looks like. Yeah, look at that over there. Yeah, so we've got all those abandoned pubs, shops there, and then directly across the canal there's a big old chimney, a bottle kiln chimney, but we can't get to it. And I've looked around the other side there, and that looks like it's properly gated off. That looks like it's falling down, that whole old mill building, whatever it is. Looks like it's collapsing. Not safe at all. That's such a shame, because that looks like one that you probably used to be able to go in and look at, but not anymore. Hopefully we'll find one we can get up to. My kind of shop. Cherished chimneys. I like that. And over here, an abandoned church. Look at this. Even the churches ain't surviving around here. But look at this in the distance. Right down there. Massive chimney. Let's head in that way, see what we find. But with these 6 separate towns, like I said, there was Stoke and there was Longton that we're heading to now. Because there's 6 of them and they're all trying to be one city, it's hard because they're all kind of pulling away from each other. So this stuff's really great for me to come and look at these chimneys. But really, that's not going to bring me to the city centre we've just been to, where there's nothing really of interest for me. So it must be hard with 6 cities all competing for the sort of central point and the sort of tourism. Anyway, let's go see some more chimneys. So I've just got to Middleport Pottery, and here there's some bottle oven kilns for sure. And the guy at reception there, I just said, oh, I'm hoping to get some footage of them, and he said, well, it's your lucky day because there's an exhibition on in one of the old bottle oven kilns. You can go inside. So I'm trying to find that now. How cool would that be? Get inside one of the old chimneys and look at all this stuff. Look at all this ace old machinery that he used here. Oh, here we go, the bottle oven. I think this might be it. Here we got how they worked the bottle oven kilns. Loads of pictures here of them showing all this giant of industry. Look at that, look how many there were. We can learn more about it in a minute. Check this out. We're about to go inside the old bottle oven kiln. This is way cooler than I thought it would be today. Wow. Look at that little bit of light at the top there, top of the chimney. So check it out there. You've got your old shovel, which you'd be fueling the fire with to keep this red hot in here. This is so cool, and there's all these photos going around it. Oh, I just want to walk around for a minute, take it all in. This is amazing. So this is like the outer part of the oven, and then in here, look at this. I'm not sure. I've got my torch in me. Oh, I think I left my torch at home. It's got your little speck of light up there as well. So that's the outside bit of the chimney, and this is the inside bit, the kiln. Inside the kiln where they'd have filled this with everything they wanted. I don't know how it worked. Let's figure it out how it worked.
Until in about 48 hours, a maximum temperature of between 1000 and 1250 degrees centigrade was reached.
So yeah, I've just been reading there that this used to get up to 1250 degrees. 1250 degrees in there. So hot. And the outer chimney, the outer section, was to sort of protect it from all sorts of weather and also let that chimney be more effective from the outside going up. So yeah, all the stuff would be put in there, all your pottery would be put in there, heated up, brought out, whatever that process is. Look at this. After passing the Clean Air Act in 1956, pottery manufacturers moved to gas and electrics, and coal-fired bottle ovens were demolished. At one time, there was 2,000 bottle ovens in the potteries. There's only 47 that remain today. Wow, that's so cool. So what's your name, fella?
Paul.
Paul, cool. Wow. Yeah, so I've just met this guy called Paul, who runs this this workshop here. How long you had this place for?
8 years.
8 years here.
They've been going for 34 years.
34 years.
The kilns were knocked down as they weren't needed. The only reason this one's saved is because it's part of the building.
Yeah.
It's built into the walls of the factory. So.
Oh wow.
This is the workshop.
Nice.
Small, untidy, but I know where everything is.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you need, isn't it? All you need. Oh, this is great.
Good case for somebody.
Oh, that's so nice.
Custom-made furniture.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a niche market now because you've got all the big suppliers who throw away furniture.
Exactly.
Which lasts a few years if they're lucky.
Yeah.
And then this stuff, people have it and they've got it for good.
And I mean, what a place to have your workshop as well.
Exactly.
That's crazy. What a place to have it. Oh, amazing.
This'll do me till retirement.
Yeah, nice, nice. Oh, cool.
The boiler for the steam engine. Amazing.
Whoa, yeah, that is massive. I didn't even see that before. Can you get into this steam engine room?
That boat used to take ware from here to London, Liverpool, Birmingham, Manchester in the 1940s and 50s. It's there where that building is, and another 3 kilns the other side, so there was 6.
No way. Oh, that's amazing.
7 kilns altogether. All that brickwork there, that's where another one was joined onto it.
Wow.
That just hums, that wheel does when it goes.
Wow.
All cast in one piece. Now, the skies light up at night.
So Paul's been kind enough to bring me in here and show me the steam engine room. And he said as he came in, you can just smell that grease in here. Well, that's so cool.
Industry.
Yeah, just industry, yeah. And he said that they fired this up, so this still works.
And then bolts and pulleys would have been going off these wheels through the factory to every single room where they were using the machines.
Wow.
There was no electric in them days, so they just used to use the steam power. And these are the original sinks, roll top bath.
Wow.
Burgess and Lee, they were quite keen to look after the workers.
Yeah.
So they wanted to give them somewhere to get washed.
That's amazing. And look at that bath. That is massive, isn't it? Oh, it's so deep.
There's a few footballers' wives in Cheshire who love that one. Again, original tiles.
That's the original tiles. No way.
And this was full up to here with slurry and muck of mud.
No way.
All the windows boarded up and they dug it out and smartened it up.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. I love it.
It's another added attraction.
Yeah. So that was so good. Just been into Middleport pottery. Learned so much, and also met this well-sound guy called Paul who runs a company called the Canadian Pine Company, doing furniture restoration and other stuff as well. So I'll link him in, because this is so good. This is such a good attraction to come to Stoke. This is amazing. I love this. So you've obviously got the struggling high street, but then you've also got this ace bit here, which is of great interest. So a lot of good stuff. And you need these things in places. You can't just say, oh, we'll have a high street with shops and that'll be enough. No, you need things that are going to get people coming to visit. Cool stuff. So I've just made it down here, a couple of miles from the pottery site I've just been at, and I found another one. One more bottle kiln chimney. And it says here, I think you must have been able to go and visit this one and go in it, because it says bottle open viewing times, Mondays to Fridays, but I feel like nobody has been here. There's loads of rubbish around. I don't think anyone's been here for a long, long time. But they are amazing. They're so, so great, and they're such a nice reminder of the industry that once dominated the city, and still does in a way. It's still so proud of that ceramic history, isn't it, Stoke? And I love that. Same with Yorkshire, the mill chimneys there. They stand as a representation of what built these towns. So Stoke-on-Trent, what do I think? Well, the high street in Hanley I went to is suffering. Obviously, it's got its problems. You can see that the boarded up shops. There's a clear problem with drugs in the town. And I kind of followed that levelling up trail a bit, didn't I? And following that money, seeing where's this £20 million going to be spent on that square. And you get there and it says, oh, this square is going to be the best square you've ever seen. We're going to have an arena, and we're going to have tower blocks, and we're going to have X and X. And really, that's just kind of pointless, because you get there and you go, well, you're not actually doing anything. And then I meet these lovely people, like the girl who was opening the bookstore, or your man Paul, the furniture repair guy who I met. And these people are Stoke. That's what you need to support. They're the great people who are making this city what it is. And that's where the money should go. It should go to supporting people with dreams, people with ambitions to do something. You shouldn't make rent so unaffordable in cities that people can't open a bookshop if they want to. I've got to give it to Stoke website, Visit Stoke or whatever it was, and all the stuff in the levelling up that was about how great the history of this place is, because I turned up a little bit blind. I didn't want to know I was going to find stuff. I was kind of hoping it would work out, and it really did. I found loads of really, really interesting stuff, which was amazing. Places need good attractions to bring people here. You can't just have the high street alone thinking, oh, this will be enough. So that was great. So I thought I'd just finish with a poem I just found online. It's called A Pottery's Idol, and it's by a guy called David Vickers. And I'll just read a verse from it because I feel like it's pretty fitting to what I've been up to today. So I'm stood by a chimney in Stoke-on-Trent. I've had a really nice time, and I'll just finish with this. If though you seek the city's soul, then wander, stroll around. There's beauty found within this urban sprawl, a wondrous hoard from distant time of artifice sublime and craftsmanship from smoky chimneys tall. Thank you. Bye-bye.